Do you struggle to fall asleep or wake up more tired than when you went to bed? What if the answer isn't another pill, but already sitting in your kitchen? In this video, we reveal 7 powerful sleep-friendly foods backed by science and real stories that help seniors fall asleep faster, sleep deeper, and wake up restored. Number 1 will surprise you because better nights don't always start at the pharmacy. Sometimes they start on your plate. Before we begin, tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? And don't forget to subscribe. Your journey to better sleep starts right here. Number 1, kiwi. It must be confessed that many people underestimate the power of something as ordinary as fruit when it comes to health, especially sleep. Kiwi is often thought of as a refreshing snack or a colorful addition to a fruit salad. But over the past decade, medical researchers have discovered that this small, fuzzy fruit holds remarkable properties that can directly influence how well older adults fall asleep and stay asleep. In fact, kiwi has become one of the most scientifically supported natural foods for improving sleep quality in seniors, and it offers a safe, non-addictive alternative to sleep medications. Scientific evidence has been especially compelling. A study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed adults who suffered from chronic insomnia. Participants were asked to eat 2 kiwis 1 hour before bedtime every night for 4 weeks. The results were impressive. They fell asleep 35% faster, slept 13% longer, and reduced the frequency of waking up during the night by over 40%. For many older adults, who often spend more than an hour trying to drift off, such improvements can mean the difference between exhaustion and renewal. The study highlights something powerful. Nature provides solutions that are both effective and safe, without the risks of dependency or morning grogginess that come with many prescription drugs. The secret behind kiwi lies in its biochemical composition. Kiwi is rich in serotonin, a neurotransmitter that regulates mood and sleep, and serves as a precursor for melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to rest. As people age, natural melatonin production declines, which explains why insomnia becomes increasingly common after age 60. By boosting serotonin levels, kiwi helps the body produce more melatonin, thereby supporting a healthier and more consistent sleep cycle. Kiwi is also high in antioxidants, such as vitamin C and E and folate, all of which combat oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is a silent contributor to both anxiety and restlessness at night, and by reducing it, kiwi helps the nervous system settle into a calmer state. The real-world stories are equally persuasive. A retired nurse in Florida once shared that she had relied on over-the-counter sleep aids for years, which left her groggy and forgetful in the mornings. After learning about the kiwi study, she decided to try a nightly ritual of eating 2 kiwis before bed. Within 3 weeks, she reported falling asleep within 20 minutes most nights and waking up feeling alert for the first time in years. Her experience mirrors the data, showing how a simple fruit can restore quality of life in a way that medications often fail to do. Safety is one of the most important points to emphasize. Unlike sleep medications that can carry risks of tolerance, dependency, or cognitive side effects, kiwi is completely natural and has no known risks when eaten in moderate amounts. For older adults already managing multiple medications, the reassurance that kiwi is safe and unlikely to interact with prescriptions provides peace of mind. This is why many sleep specialists recommend kiwi as a first-line intervention before considering pharmaceutical options. The practical application could not be simpler. Incorporating kiwi into the evening routine does not require complicated recipes or expensive supplements. Eating 1 or 2 kiwis about an hour before bedtime has been shown to be sufficient. Some people enjoy kiwi sliced over a small serving of yogurt, while others prefer it fresh and chilled. The key is consistency, making it part of the nightly wind-down ritual. Over time, this small habit becomes a gentle signal to the body and brain that it is time to prepare for rest. The message is clear. Insomnia does not have to be endured as a permanent condition of aging, nor does it always require medication. Sometimes, the key lies in embracing small, natural, science-backed changes that reconnect the body with its own rhythms. Kiwi is more than just a fruit. is a reminder that healing can be both simple and safe. By adopting this habit, older adults can experience deeper, more restorative sleep and wake each morning with greater clarity and vitality. The invitation is to try to replace despair with action and to discover that even the smallest fruit can bring profound rest. Number 2, tart cherries. Imagine a clock whose hands have slowly begun to lose their rhythm. With age, the gears wear down and the ticking grows uneven. This is very much like the sleep cycle in older adults, where the body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone that sets the tempo for sleep and wakefulness, gradually declines. Rest becomes fragmented, nights grow longer, and mornings feel heavy. Yet nature offers a way to gently reset that internal clock, and one of the most surprising solutions is the tart cherry. Unlike their sweeter cousins often found in summer pies, tart cherries stand apart as one of the richest natural sources of melatonin. Researchers at Louisiana State University conducted a clinical trial in which participants over 50, who drank tart cherry juice twice daily for 2 weeks, experienced an average of 84 additional minutes of sleep per night. Their sleep was not only longer but also more efficient, meaning they spent more time in restorative deep sleep rather than tossing and turning. For those who have struggled with insomnia for years, gaining even 1 extra hour of peaceful rest can transform energy levels, mood, and memory. The benefits of tart cherries extend far beyond melatonin. They contain anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that give the fruit its deep red color. These compounds fight inflammation, which is often linked to disrupted sleep and restless nights, particularly in older adults living with arthritis or chronic pain. By easing inflammation, tart cherries not only improve sleep but also help reduce nighttime discomfort that otherwise interrupts rest. Additionally, tart cherries provide tryptophan, the amino acid that the body uses to produce serotonin and, eventually, melatonin. This combination makes tart cherries not just a food, but a complete support system for the brain and body's sleep machinery. The cultural story of tart cherries in America is worth remembering. Grown widely in Michigan and New York, tart cherries have long been a part of American heritage. Families would preserve them in jars, bake them into pies, or enjoy them as juice during the colder months. Today, science reveals that what once comforted the taste buds of earlier generations may now comfort the restless minds of seniors seeking relief from insomnia. This connection between memory, tradition, and modern medicine deepens the emotional value of incorporating tart cherries into daily life. Practical application is straightforward. Tart cherry juice is the most studied form, with 1 cup in the morning and 1 cup in the evening proving effective in clinical trials. For those who prefer variety, dried tart cherries or fresh cherries when in season provide similar benefits, though the juice tends to contain the highest concentration of melatonin and antioxidants. Importantly, tart cherries are safe, with no risk of dependence or next-day grogginess, making them an ideal alternative for seniors already managing multiple prescriptions. There is also a deeper lesson here. The path to restoring sleep is not about forcing the body into sedation, but about nurturing it back into rhythm. Just as winding a clock carefully can restore its steady ticking, giving the body tart cherries can reawaken its natural sleep cycles. The message is one of empowerment. Sleep need not be surrendered to age. It can be reclaimed with choices that are safe, natural, and deeply rooted in both science and tradition. The next time insomnia creeps in and the night feels endless, consider reaching for tart cherries. Whether enjoyed as juice in the evening or as a handful of fruit, they serve as both nourishment and medicine. The act itself can become a ritual, a way of telling the body that rest is possible. And with each night of deeper, more restorative sleep, life at 60, 70, or even 80 becomes not just longer, but richer, steadier, and filled with renewed energy. Number 3, bananas. It is often forgotten how ordinary foods can hold extraordinary healing potential. Among the simplest and most familiar is the banana, a fruit long present in American households, from being sliced over oatmeal at the breakfast table to serving as a quick snack in school lunches or paired with peanut butter for comfort in the afternoon. Beyond its convenience and sweetness, the banana carries nutrients that play a vital role in restoring rest to the sleepless nights that so many older adults endure. Insomnia becomes more prevalent with age, and one of the hidden culprits is magnesium deficiency. More than half of adults over 60 in the United States consume less magnesium than their bodies require, according to the National Institutes of Health. This lack quietly undermines the body's ability to relax, keeping the mind tense and the muscles restless. A medium banana provides magnesium, potassium, and vitamin B6, creating a natural recipe for calm. Magnesium supports the release of gamma-aminobutyric acid, a neurotransmitter that reduces overactivity in the brain. Potassium relaxes muscles, preventing cramps that can jolt the body awake in the middle of the night. Vitamin B6 assists in converting tryptophan into serotonin, which then becomes melatonin, the hormone that signals the body to enter sleep. The impact of this fruit is not limited to numbers on a nutritional chart. In Pennsylvania, a retired firefighter who had long depended on over-the-counter sleep aids chose to create a nightly ritual with bananas. Instead of pills, his evening included a banana sliced over whole grain toast with peanut butter. Within several weeks, he began falling asleep more quickly and sleeping through the night without interruption. Morning fog lifted, and vitality returned. His experience mirrors the scientific findings and illustrates how the body can respond when given the right nutrients in natural form. Research further reinforces these observations. A controlled trial published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences confirmed that older adults who increased magnesium intake through diet showed significant improvement in sleep onset, sleep duration, and morning alertness. This demonstrates that bananas, in their simplicity, are capable of addressing core deficiencies that undermine sleep in later life. Beyond their biochemistry, bananas carry an emotional resonance in American life. For many, the fruit recalls moments of nurture. A parent slicing bananas into cereal, a grandmother preparing a simple milkshake, or the comfort of eating one before bed. These associations create a sense of safety, which is itself a powerful ingredient in preparing the body for rest. A food that nourishes both the body and memory becomes more than nutrition. It becomes reassurance. The application requires no complexity. Eating one banana about an hour before bedtime, blending it into a warm smoothie with milk and oats, or pairing it with peanut butter on toast provides both satisfaction and support for sleep. Gentle on the stomach and slow to release energy, bananas help prevent blood sugar fluctuations that so often disturb rest in older adults. The lesson of the banana is clear. Answers to sleepless nights are not always found in medications or elaborate routines. Sometimes they are found in the simplest foods, within reach, and safe for daily use. By incorporating a banana into the evening routine, the body is given the minerals and amino acids it needs to restore its natural rhythm. This small act offers not only deeper rest, but also a reminder that healing often begins with nourishment that is both simple and familiar. Number 4, walnuts. A small handful of walnuts falls into a ceramic bowl, the sound crisp and earthy, as though nature itself has spoken. The scene is simple, yet it sets the stage for one of the most powerful foods for sleep that modern science has come to respect. Walnuts, long cherished in American kitchens during holidays and harvest seasons, are more than a satisfying snack. They are a natural ally for the aging body struggling against insomnia. Clinical research has shown that walnuts are among the few foods that directly contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates the body's circadian rhythm. A study published in Nutrients revealed that consuming walnuts increased circulating melatonin levels in the blood, leading to improved sleep onset and more consistent patterns of rest. For older adults whose melatonin naturally declines with age, walnuts offer what supplements often promise but rarely deliver in the same harmony: a natural, safe, and food-based source of this crucial hormone. The strength of walnuts does not end there. Each serving provides tryptophan, an amino acid that the body transforms into serotonin and then melatonin, amplifying the body's ability to sustain restful sleep. Their omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA, support brain function and further enhance melatonin production efficiency. This dual pathway, providing melatonin directly while also equipping the body to make more of it, is what makes walnuts unique among sleep-promoting foods. Beyond the lab, the real impact comes alive in everyday life. In California, a retired librarian in her 70s described how she had tried countless methods to manage her fragmented sleep. When she began adding a small handful of walnuts to her evening routine, sprinkled over yogurt or eaten plain, the change was gradual but unmistakable. Nights of frequent waking gave way to longer stretches of uninterrupted rest. Her mornings, once marked by fatigue and irritability, became brighter and steadier. Her story echoes countless others, demonstrating that consistent, small habits can shift the experience of aging from exhaustion to renewal. Another overlooked benefit lies in the way walnuts stabilize blood sugar throughout the night. Many seniors wake at 2 or 3 a.m., not from insomnia itself, but from dips in blood sugar that stimulate cortisol release and jolt the body awake. Walnuts, rich in protein and healthy fats, provide slow, steady energy, preventing these fluctuations and protecting the continuity of sleep. This makes them not only a tool for rest, but also a safeguard for metabolic health. Culturally, walnuts carry deep resonance in the American experience. From being cracked open at family gatherings to their place in festive holiday recipes, they symbolize both tradition and nourishment. Eating them in the evening connects seniors to comforting memories of community and care, while delivering the very nutrients needed to restore balance in the present. Such foods nourish more than the body. They nourish continuity between past and present, between memory and health. Practical application is direct. One small handful of walnuts in the evening, perhaps a quarter cup, is sufficient. Whether sprinkled over cottage cheese, stirred into a bowl of oatmeal, or enjoyed on their own, they provide a satisfying and restorative close to the day. Their richness also helps reduce late-night cravings, which can interfere with rest, making them an ideal replacement for processed snacks. The walnut is a reminder that powerful change often begins with small, intentional actions. The act of placing a few walnuts into a bowl at night is not just nourishment. It is a choice for deeper rest, steadier mornings, and greater vitality. By honoring the body with such simple gestures, the experience of aging can be reshaped into one of strength, balance, and renewal. Number 5, chamomile tea. For years, an older woman in Virginia sat awake long after midnight, staring at the clock as minutes turned into hours. Anxiety kept her mind racing. Memories of the past and worries of tomorrow refused to quiet. She tried over-the-counter sleep aids, only to wake with a heavy head and cloudy thoughts. Her frustration was not uncommon, for countless seniors face the same nightly battle. What finally brought her peace was not a pill, but a simple cup of chamomile tea. Chamomile has been used for centuries across cultures as a natural remedy for restlessness. Modern science now explains why. This gentle herb contains apigenin, a compound that binds to receptors in the brain, reducing anxiety and creating a sense of calm that allows the body to transition naturally into sleep. Unlike sedatives that force unconsciousness, chamomile works in harmony with the nervous system, easing the body into rest without grogginess the next morning. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Advanced Nursing studied older adults who drank chamomile tea twice daily for 2 weeks. The participants fell asleep more quickly, experienced fewer nighttime awakenings, and reported feeling more refreshed in the morning. Such results matter deeply because they show that even when years of poor sleep seem unchangeable, the body can still respond to gentle, natural support. Chamomile's benefits extend beyond calming the mind. Its anti-inflammatory properties can ease mild aches and pains that often disturb older adults at night. It also soothes the digestive system, preventing discomfort that can interfere with sleep. These multiple pathways, quieting the brain, calming the body, and reducing discomfort, make chamomile tea more than a beverage. It becomes a ritual of care, a nightly invitation to safety and stillness. The cultural significance of tea drinking deepens its power. Across American history, tea has been a symbol of comfort, often shared in moments of quiet reflection or family gatherings. The act of preparing chamomile tea, of heating water, steeping the blossoms, and watching steam rise, slows the rhythm of the evening. For many seniors, this ritual itself provides the mindfulness needed to release the day's burdens. The tea becomes both medicine and ceremony, weaving together science, tradition, and emotional reassurance. Practical use requires little effort. A warm cup, about 30 to 45 minutes before bed, allows apigenin to act while signaling to the body that it is time to rest. Chamomile contains no caffeine, making it safe even for those sensitive to stimulants. It can be paired with a small evening snack, such as a banana or a few walnuts, creating a calming synergy of foods that support sleep. The story of chamomile teaches a profound lesson. Sleep is not always restored through force or medication. Sometimes it is regained through gentleness, through rituals that calm the heart as much as the body. The woman who once lay awake in Virginia now looks forward to her nightly tea. What was once a symbol of struggle has become a source of comfort. The cup of chamomile tea is more than an herbal drink. It is an act of choosing peace, of telling the body and mind that rest is possible, that aging does not mean surrendering to sleepless nights. With each sip, the night becomes less of a burden and more of a gift, offering renewal for the day ahead. Number 6. Oats. One of the more surprising discoveries in sleep science is that oats, a food long associated with morning routines, can also play a valuable role in preparing the body for restful nights. Traditionally thought of as a breakfast staple, oats contain natural melatonin and complex carbohydrates that support serotonin production in the brain, two elements that directly influence the ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. This unexpected connection has shifted how nutritionists view oats, not only as a way to start the day, but also as a gentle aid to end it. A study published in the Journal of Sleep Research highlighted that foods rich in complex carbohydrates, such as oats, help transport tryptophan into the brain more effectively. Tryptophan is the amino acid needed to produce serotonin, the neurotransmitter that regulates mood and transitions into melatonin, the hormone that governs sleep. This means that a bowl of oats in the evening can encourage the brain to create the chemical environment needed for restorative rest. For seniors, whose serotonin and melatonin production often decline with age, this simple grain becomes a tool to restore balance naturally. Oats also provide magnesium, phosphorus, and a range of B vitamins, each contributing to muscle relaxation, nerve health, and energy regulation. These nutrients reduce the chances of nighttime restlessness, ease mild tension in the body, and support a calmer state of mind. Beyond the nutritional science, oats have the added benefit of being warm and soothing. A modest bowl in the evening, perhaps with a drizzle of honey or a sprinkle of cinnamon, can comfort the senses, slow the pace of the night, and signal the body to prepare for rest. Culturally, oats are deeply tied to American tradition. Generations grew up with oatmeal on the table, a symbol of nourishment and care. To repurpose this familiar food as part of an evening ritual creates a sense of continuity, drawing on a memory of comfort while addressing present needs for better sleep. For many seniors, reconnecting with oats in this way becomes more than a dietary adjustment. It becomes an act of self-care rooted in both heritage and science. Practical application is uncomplicated. A small serving of oats in the evening, especially when combined with sleep-friendly ingredients like warm milk, bananas, or a few walnuts, creates a natural synergy of nutrients that promote relaxation. Unlike heavy or processed evening snacks, oats provide slow, steady energy release, preventing blood sugar fluctuations that can wake the body during the night. The lesson from oats is that sleep solutions are sometimes hidden in plain sight. Foods often reserved for the start of the day can be repurposed to restore peace at its end. By incorporating oats into an evening routine, older adults can strengthen their body's own sleep chemistry while enjoying the warmth and comfort of a familiar food. This dual gift of nourishment and rest reminds us that the key to better sleep is not always found in new inventions, but often in rediscovering what has been with us all along. Number 7. Leafy greens. The story ends with a night of deeper, uninterrupted sleep, a body more at ease, and a mind that wakes clear and steady. What may surprise many is that this outcome can begin with something as unassuming as a plate of leafy greens. Spinach, kale, and other dark greens, often thought of simply as side dishes, are quietly powerful in supporting the body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that governs the sleep cycle. Their role in restoring rest is subtle but profound. Tracing backward, the key lies in calcium. Leafy greens are among the richest natural plant sources of this mineral. Calcium does more than strengthen bones. It plays an essential part in converting tryptophan into melatonin in the brain. Without sufficient calcium, the pathway is weakened, and the body struggles to maintain consistent sleep patterns. Research published in the European Neurology Journal observed that adults with lower calcium intake reported more frequent night awakenings and difficulty falling back asleep, while those with higher intake showed improved sleep quality. This means that the presence or absence of leafy greens on the dinner table may directly influence how soundly the night unfolds. Beyond calcium, leafy greens deliver magnesium, iron, and a wealth of antioxidants. These nutrients calm muscle tension, improve oxygen flow, and reduce oxidative stress, all of which help the nervous system quiet at the end of the day. For older adults, who often face both declining nutrient absorption and increased oxidative stress, greens act as natural medicine for both body and mind. The everyday context makes their power even more striking. Consider the countless American family dinners where spinach was steamed, kale tossed into salads, or collard greens simmered slowly with care. These dishes, often passed down through generations, were more than nourishment. They were traditions of health. Today, science confirms what families practiced instinctively, that leafy greens protect not just the heart and bones, but also the night's rest. Application is simple yet effective. Adding a serving of leafy greens at dinner, whether lightly sautéed spinach with garlic, kale mixed into a hearty soup, or collards prepared Southern style, provides the calcium and magnesium needed for melatonin production later in the evening. Pairing greens with sleep-supporting foods such as walnuts or oats further amplifies their benefit. Looking back to the beginning of this story, the sleepless nights, the frustration, and the fatigue that seemed inevitable with age, the discovery feels almost poetic. Something so familiar, grown in American soil, can alter the course of the night. Leafy greens remind us that endings, restful sleep, clear mornings, and renewed vitality are often written long before bedtime, at the dinner table, with foods that have always been within reach. Every sleepless night leaves more than tired eyes. It leaves the body weaker, the memory duller, and the spirit heavier. But the journey we have just explored proves that insomnia does not have to be an unavoidable part of aging. Science shows us that nature has always held powerful answers, hidden in plain sight on the dinner plate. Foods like kiwi, tart cherries, bananas, walnuts, oats, leafy greens, and chamomile tea are not just meals. They are medicine in their most natural form, strengthening the body, calming the mind, and restoring the rhythm of sleep. The lesson is simple but life-changing. Rest does not always require more pills, more complexity, or more struggle. Rest often requires less stress before bed, less reliance on medication, less fear that the body cannot recover. In exchange, what is needed is more nourishment, more trust in the body's ability to heal, and more attention to the choices made each day. Eating a banana before bed, sipping chamomile tea, or adding leafy greens to dinner may seem like small gestures, but these small gestures, repeated night after night, shape not only the quality of sleep, but the quality of life itself. The deeper truth is that sleep is not a luxury, it is the foundation of health. Better sleep means a stronger immune system, sharper memory, brighter mood, and renewed energy for the things that matter most. The gift of restful nights is also the gift of better days, and every older adult deserves that. By embracing these natural foods and making them part of a daily routine, insomnia can shift from an endless battle to a chapter that finally closes. So here is the challenge. Begin tonight. Choose one small change. Maybe it is a kiwi an hour before bed, or a warm bowl of oats with cinnamon, or even just the ritual of a steaming cup of chamomile tea. Notice how the body responds. Trust the process, because science and tradition both remind us that the body wants to heal, if only it is given the chance. And now, a gentle invitation. If this story has resonated, Share your thoughts below. Tell us which of these foods you would like to try first, or share your own experiences with sleepless nights and natural remedies. Your words might be the encouragement someone else needs to take the first step toward better sleep. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe right now so you do not miss the next videos filled with valuable lessons on health, wisdom, and the art of aging well. Each video is created to bring knowledge, comfort, and inspiration. So let us walk this journey together. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and thank you for believing that better nights are possible. Wishing you a beautiful day ahead filled with peace, strength, and the promise of restful sleep tonight. Thank you for watching.